Did you know that replacing just one skilled employee can cost up to twice their annual salary? Yet, every single day, incredible talent is literally walking right out the door. And for way too many organizations, this just gets logged as a basic, flat number on a spreadsheet. But let's be real, that number represents a massive drain of knowledge, skill, and future potential. So in this explainer, we're going to put on our detective hats and unpack this concept of attrition industry group-wise. We're going to figure out exactly how we can pinpoint where this bleeding is happening in the corporate ecosystem. Okay, let's dive right into this. Which industry group had the highest strain of talent? That is the ultimate question driving our entire investigation today. Because, when you just look at a company's overall turnover rate, you're looking at a super blurred picture. Sure, people are leaving, obviously, but you don't know exactly where the biggest leaks actually are. Framing this talent loss as a critical, targeted drain, well, that changes the entire way we approach the problem. It forces us to stop guessing and start locating the actual source of the issue. Section 1. Grouping by industry. Identifying the target. Now, what's really interesting here is that to solve this mystery, we can't just look at the organization as one giant, confusing monolith. We need our primary diagnostic tool, attrition industry group-wise. Honestly, all this means is taking the total attrition of an organization and categorizing it specifically by industry groups. Think about it for a second. Total organizational attrition is this massive, vague, and often kind of intimidating number, right? But by slicing it into targeted industry categories, we suddenly gain this profound clarity. We transform a scary, ambiguous metric into a laser-focused map. We're not just counting empty desks anymore. We're pinpointing exactly which parts of our organization are losing their most vital people. This perfectly illustrates our investigative method in action. First up, we view the total organizational attrition just to get that panoramic, high-level picture. Next, we categorize that massive block of data specifically by industry groups. And finally, we discover the precise attrition patterns among employees working in those various groups. Think about your own setup. Is your top-tier engineering group bleeding talent because of burnout, while your sales group is completely fine? Are the creatives leaving at twice the rate of the logistics team? This step-by-step breakdown is exactly how you find the who and the where of your talent drain. By setting up this structure, we shift from just being reactive observers to being proactive investigators. Section 2. Tracking the ratios, measuring the drain over time. Let's see how this builds, because to truly understand the bleeding of talent, we absolutely have to look at specific time intervals. A 1-month window gives us the monthly ratio. Think of this as your early warning system for catching a sudden exodus, maybe because of a bad new manager or an abrupt policy change. Then we zoom out to the quarterly ratio. This helps us identify developing trends, things like post-bonus season departures or seasonal shifts in the workforce. Finally, the yearly ratio. This reveals those chronic, systemic issues that might be quietly eroding the organization over a long period of time. By applying these exact time-based ratios, we can definitively answer a crucial question. Are we facing a sudden, acute crisis or a chronic, slow leak? Which brings us right to our final and honestly most critical question. Are your time-based ratios catching the highest drain of talent? Look, if you aren't measuring your attrition by specific industry groups and you aren't tracking those monthly, quarterly, and yearly ratios, you are flying blind, for real. What you should really take away from this explainer is a clear mandate to investigate your own organization. Ask yourself, are you losing your best people right under your nose? Take this framework, start categorizing, start tracking those ratios, and turn that unknown mystery of corporate talent drain into a highly solvable equation.